These are the 5 areas in Montreal that you should avoid in 2024. It isn't my personal opinion, so before complaining, hear me out. My name is LJ Aguinaga, a real estate broker here in Montreal. I've been a realtor for over 16 years now. With my team, I have worked on more than 1,300 transactions. After analyzing the market, I want to share with you where I would avoid buying a single-family home in 2024. The reason why I would avoid these neighborhoods is simply because they went down in price by the largest factor in Q2 of 2024 when compared to their price 12 months earlier. With that in mind, let's start with the 5th worst place to purchase a home in Montreal. Starting off with Candiac/La Prairie. The median home price was $723,000, down 2% when compared to the median home price in 2023. While there are tons of great things about Candiac and La Prairie, like their proximity to the river, excellent schools, and one of the best outdoor mini-putts in the Greater Montreal area, price growth has not been their strength. Next up on the list, we have number 4. We have my beloved Sud-Ouest. As an owner of a single-family home in the Sud-Ouest, this one stings a little bit. Ouch. I could go on for hours about all the reasons why I love living in my neighborhood, like the proximity to the canal, the amazing restaurants, and the Atwater Market, of course. However, the median price of a home in Q2 2024 was $839,000, down 3% when compared to the same quarter last year. Next up, we have a tie in the number 2 spot. The next 2 neighborhoods have both dropped 4% in value. Let's start off with Saint-Athanase/Iberville in the Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu area. The median price was $485,000 during Q2 2024, and I'll be honest, other than it being on the Richelieu River, I really don't know too much about this neighborhood. It's important to note that the other parts of Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu did extremely well, as the entire region was up 4% even with this part of town bringing it down. The second neighborhood, tied for second place, is Ville-St-Laurent. The median price was $765,000, also down 4% when compared to Q2 2023. I was very surprised by this one, as Ville-St-Laurent is an area that typically is in very high demand. Most of the borough is in highly demand, particularly Bois-Franc, Nouveau-Saint-Laurent, and even some of the older parts of the neighborhood. I guess being directly under the airport's landing path has started to get on people's nerves. The area is one of the most central on the island and offers great public transit options with the metro, the REM, and the buses. It also has great sports programs and schools. The final noteworthy point on Ville-St-Laurent, however, is the fact that there were some pretty impressive sales because the average price in the area was up 10%. That means that there were a few monster sales bringing up that average, including one sale at $8 million. Now the time you've all been waiting for. Which is the worst neighborhood to buy a property so far in 2024? With a median price of $641,000, down 6% compared to the same quarter in 2023, we have, drumroll please, Villeray. This area has been up and coming for the last few years. I was also surprised to see it on the list. Another noteworthy point about it is that the average price in the area was actually down a whopping 10%, and the number of sales in Q2 2024 was up 87%, with a total of 37 sales when compared to the previous year. As a buyer trying to figure out where you should live, I always default to the same principles. Where do you work? Where do your kids go to school? And where do you spend your time when you're not at home? Focusing on your quality of life will always be more important than what the stats say about a neighborhood. As much as your home is an investment, first and foremost, it's your home. Don't forget about that. Now that you know the top 5 worst neighborhoods to purchase a property based on the decrease of median price, there's something else to think about. Does this list actually mean that they're the best places to invest in? Bear with me here. If the prices are still suffering from the correction in the market, does that make them the best contenders to have the biggest rebound and spike up in price? Does this mean that we should actually be looking to buy the dip? What do you think? Are they going to keep tumbling? Or is there an opportunity here?